Hello and welcome back to Ramblings with Rebecca, being shot here from Kuwait. I am currently at Shuaik Port in Kuwait doing PhD fieldwork with the Kuwait dive team. You may recall from my time in Morocco, I am doing a combination of methods for data collection focused on participant observation with various environmental groups, organizations in the Middle East. I have three major research partners. I have already worked primarily with Darcy Hamad in southwest Morocco. I'm now here in Kuwait with the Kuwait dive team. And in March and April, I will be in Lebanon with the Media Association for Peace. While I'm here, I'm doing many things. The big one is coming regularly to the Kuwait dive team's headquarters and trying to help out where I can. For them, this is primarily involved doing work on social media and storytelling in English for them. Many of the team members do speak English, but definitely their primary language is Arabic, and they're trying to tell their story and share the work of the dive team with people around the world. So I'm doing some translations for them, I'm writing up reports in UN type language, and I am creating a series of videos about the team. Which means that Ramblings with Rebecca is going to be on a bit of a hiatus as such, and instead on the channel will be going the videos that I'm creating for the team. They'll be posted to the Kuwait Dive Team's English channel, but then I'll be linking them into the Ramblings with Rebecca playlist, so you can get a chance to see what I'm doing, if you fancy. When I say what I'm doing, really you'll get the chance to see what they're doing, because they're doing all of the work. I'm not a diver or salvage expert, but I'll be storytelling things about them, cool times of turtle rescues and swimming with sharks and whale spotting, as well as taking kids to the beach to clean up, learning about marine conservation, all kinds of grand stuff. It's very, very cool. So right after I post this, I will link to the first introductory video about the Kuwait dive team that gives you a good overview of what they do in a far more focused way than any of my ramblings have been thus far. I will say that this series of videos coming up very much breaks the rules of Ramblings with Rebecca. They are not 5 minutes. They are very much definitely not unedited, and they are certainly not unscripted. I'm properly scripting these out, working with other dive team members to figure out which stories should be told and how, and then playing around, learning some video editing skills myself, which is grand, to add pictures and captions and that kind of thing. Don't get excited or worried or whatever. Ramblings is still going to be incredibly low tech and just, shoot, ramble, go, unscripted, etc. But for the next few months, I will be focusing the majority of my videoing or video posting or whatever I'm doing here on those. And hopefully they'll serve as a kind of diary of sorts, and that you'll know where my brain is at. I may pop in occasionally with a few ramblings about what else I'm doing. However, the majority of what I'm doing from an intellectual standpoint is going to be pretty much what I did in Morocco. I'll be doing around 10 interviews during which I'll be asking the team members when they join the team, what they do with the team, why they think the team's work is important, and especially what environmental peace building means to them, why they are concerned with or passionate about sharing the stories of the Kuwait dive team around the world, why they go on grand trips to share their work, why they're forging relationships with dive teams in Spain and in America and in England, why they're doing this kind of diving diplomacy, as I've termed it, and try to get at some of the rationale behind all of that. We'll see how she goes. I'll also be doing another participatory stakeholder analysis, which I rambled on quite a lot with Morocco. One kind of panicked the day before it was happening when I needed to get myself in the right mind zone to prep it properly. And then one right after it happened when I figured out I knew what I was doing. So hopefully I will again know what I'm doing, and it will prove as useful an exercise the second time around, and hopefully also helpful to the members of the Kuwait dive team who have been incredibly hospitable here in Kuwait. I'll mention I'm also occasionally doing things like beach cleanups, and hopefully I will get in the water one of these days soon to perhaps help in a very minor way with the salvage operation. We'll see. Walid has mostly decided that I get to be behind a camera, which I can't really complain about because that's probably where my skills are rather than in lifting up boats. What's the girl to do? I've got to practice. Anyway, without further ado, introduction to the Kuwait dive team.